Welcome to Sideline Sports, where we give you an up-close and personal look at the teams, coaches, and athletes that make up the Columbia Basin. Here's your host, Jeff Slakey.
After a bit of a break, welcome back to Sideline Sports. This week, the Cashmere girls trounced Chelan and run that home winning streak to 27 games. Moses Lake comeback falls short against Sunnyside, and Soap Lake versus Pateros goes down to the final play. Our game of the week at Sunnyside girls basketball at Moses Lake.
Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
Cheryl Konos Farmers Insurance is your local one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, and farm and ranch, Cheryl and Farmers are here for you. She'll work to put together a package that fits your needs no matter how big or small. She's right here in Ephrata. Please stop by for a free quote at 858 Basin Street Southwest or call 509-754-2550.
It's hard to beat the Bulldogs, but it's especially hard to do in Cashmere. That's the lesson Chelan was reminded of this week.
The Cashmere Bulldogs girls basketball team took to their home hardwoods on Tuesday evening, trying to remain unbeaten to start the new season against the rival Chelan Mountain Goats, who likewise came into the game a perfect 2-0 and were looking to do the same. In the early going, Chelan played tough and matched the Bulldogs stride for stride in the first 6 minutes of the contest before Cashmere established a bit of breathing room in leading 14-8 after one quarter of play. Those extra puffs of air quickly turned into an all-you-can-inhale oxygen bar, however, in the second quarter, thanks in large part to senior forward Ellie Alberts, who outscored the entire Goats team in the second quarter by herself at the count of 10-7 and helped the Bulldogs in running up a 17-point halftime advantage. As the second half got underway, any notion Chelan might have had of getting back into the game were swiftly choked off when Cashmere started the third quarter by going on a 13-0 run to blow the game wide open. Bulldogs would go on to outscore the Goats by the count of 31-14 in the second half and eventually prevailed by the final score of 63-29. Cashmere's victory not only kept them unblemished on the young campaign at 3-0, but also ran their home winning streak to 27 games, dating back to January 5th of 2016 when they last lost in their home kennel to the Granger Spartans, who they play at home this Saturday after heading to Omak on Friday to take on the 3-0 Pioneers. Reporting for iFiber One Sports, I'm Chris Hansen.
This portion of Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
Despite being the beginning of the season, both teams knew the winner of this game would likely finish as league champs.
Moses Lake Wrestling is always good, but is going through a bit of a rebuilding stage this year after losing a large number of seniors. The Moses Lake Chiefs came into this duel ranked as the 14th 4A team in the state, while Sunnyside came in as the number 5 team. The Sunnyside Grizzlies jumped ahead early, taking a 14-point lead before Cruz Vasquez pinned his opponent and put Moses Lake on the board. Late in the match, Sunnyside's Fabian Ortega took the lead over Jonathan Tanguma with under 15 seconds left to give the Grizzlies a 13-point lead with 2 matches left and the duel to Sunnyside. The Grizzlies won 40-21. Moses Lake will next wrestle at the Inland Empire Classic hosted by Central Valley High School this weekend. The next duel for the Chiefs will be on Tuesday when they travel to Eastmont. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFiber One Sports.
This portion of Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
Soap Lake came soaring back from behind, but Pateros held on.
Soap Lake girls basketball is looking to improve on its season from a year ago when it finished 7th in the league. Thursday night, the Soap Lake Eagles hosted non-conference opponent the Pateros Nannies, who finished 2nd in their league last year. The Nannies went into halftime 21-17 and blew up in the third quarter to go ahead by 8 points entering the fourth. The Eagles came soaring back, using their quickness to force turnovers and get quick points. With 14 seconds left on the clock, Soap Lake had the ball with a 2-point deficit. After a timeout, Soap Lake went straight for the throat, dialing up a 3-point shot, which ended up not connecting. The Nannies' Anna Williams responded by charging down the court and laying the ball in, which put their team up by 4 points and iced the game. Patero survived Soap Lake's comeback to win 47-43. The Nannies advanced to 2-2 on the season, while the Eagles fall to 1-2. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFiber One Sports.
Scores for you in basketball: Moses Lake over Post Falls, Idaho, 64-59. Ephrata over Wapato, 50-47. And Cashmere beats Chelan, 63-29. In girls basketball, Quincy over Wahluke, 57-22. Warden 49, Columbia Burbank 46, and Cashmere 68 over Kings 35. In wrestling, Eastmont 42, West Valley of Yakima 30, Ephrata 41, Sela 36, and Quincy over Wapato 37-36. For years now, the Big Nine has been decided by either Moses Lake or Sunnyside. Moses Lake has typically won this rivalry, but Sunnyside's got the best of them just back in 2016. This season, Moses Lake is going through a bit of a rebuild, but the goal of winning the league is the same. It's only the beginning of the season, but this game has serious postseason implications. Upcoming games in boys basketball: Ellensburg at Ephrata, Royal at Connell, and ACH at Odessa. In girls basketball, it's Eastmont at Moses Lake, Granger at Cashmere, and Riverview at Warden. In wrestling, Moses Lake at Eastmont, Wapato at Othello, and the CWAC double duel at Quincy. It's Ephrata, Toppenish, East Valley of Yakima, and Quincy in that exciting matchup.
This has been another presentation of Sideline Sports. I'm Jeff Slakey.